Andy always comes over as our manager to announce the lineups and answer a few questions, and also today's guest player, who will come over in a few moments' time as well, will be Regan Upton, and we look forward to having a chat to him. So Andy, we are very interested to see what today's lineup is.
Okay, Happy New Year, everybody. Okay, so our lineup today is Dan Jessup in goal. We've gone back to three at the back with Drew Ricketts, our under-21s lad, Luke Jones and Joel Kettle. Andy Burns is a wing back, Steph Morrell is the other side. Armand Verma, Theo Wharton are our two midfielders, and our three strikers are Darryl Knight, Connor Taylor and Callum Powell. On the bench, Charlie Shaw, Dexter Walters, Zach Cotwicker, Sam Oldhouse and Brad Reed.
So you've made some brave decisions, do you think?
Changes have to be made after the last two games have not been good enough by any stretch of the imagination, and we have to give others a go and make sure that our mentalities are right, because we have to prove a point today.
And you must have been shocked at the last two performances, as the fans have been, vented a fury about it. What do you say to the fans after those two performances to sort of get them up for today's game?
I just hope they back us. We've played some really good games this year. We've been decent at times, and we're going through a little sticky patch at the moment, and we need their help. But we've got to give them something to shout about. You know what I mean? We've very fine line in Leamington. We had a good one-on-one chance and missed it, and they stick one in the top corner from 20 yards. It changes the game, but that's the way that football is, and you've got to be resilient enough to handle that, and we haven't been. And then the first 30 minutes of Nuneaton was the worst 30 minutes I've ever been involved in. So we have to make sure that we send the right messages to the fans today, and that means being on the front foot at home, getting in people's faces, tackling, booting it, just everything that the horrible side of the football needs. And if we do that, I think the fans will get behind us and we'll be able to do it. We just didn't do that the other day, and that's what I expect from them.
And you criticised or mentioned your senior players in previous interviews, and you took two of them off at half time against Nuneaton. Are they up for the fight, or are they just out of form? What's going on with them? Because you do expect the senior players to be leaders on the pitch.
I expect them to lead from the front, but I don't think they have been. I think some of them have been letting themselves down, and us, and so we had to make that abundantly clear. I've left Ellis out. He's on the transfer list. He can leave. He's been short of where I expected him to be, and so I've decided that we've got to change things around. We've got to get a few new faces in, and he's one of them to leave. The door's not shut, but at the moment he's way short of where I expect him to be in the group and on the pitch. So that's one to go. Jonah I've had good, strong words with. We've spoken, cleared the air a little bit between us, and he's back in the team, and he really wants to prove me wrong, which is exactly the attitude I want.
And that was the sort of reaction you were looking for from substituting him, I presume, at half time against Nuneaton.
I think it's a statement.
Yeah.
You take your captain off, you take your main player off in the centre midfield. It's a statement that they're not doing what you want them to do, and that goes through a ripple effect through the team, you hope. We weren't good, all 11, all 15 of us weren't great. The second half was a little bit better because we just got about them a bit more. But that's why I expect right from the first whistle, I'm expecting stitches, blood, everything today for the cause. Whether we get beat off the back of it, that's what I'm after. It's just a bit of passion.
And that's what you expect the fans to see today, a lot of passion and a lot of fight, which for a game at Nuneaton we didn't see, and that's the big game for the fans, isn't it?
We made one foul in the first half. That's just not good enough. Not that I'm saying we just can't boot people, but I'm saying that we just didn't get close enough to people to do that.
And do you question yourself at the times like this when things aren't going as well? You know, about your own ability to motivate the players?
I question myself after we win games, just because that's what a manager has to do. We have to reflect straight after games of what went well, what didn't, what the players are doing, and of course you question yourself whether you've got it still or whether they're behind you. Is more for me whether the team want to play and perform and run about for you. And after training on Thursday and Saturday, I firmly believe they're still behind me, which is the main part. I've spoke to the chairman, I've spoke to Steve, and I think they're behind me as well. It's just performances and results that we need to turn around and fast. You know, I know that every manager is working towards a sack. That's my job. Unfortunately, if I move somewhere else because I'm good, I'm always going to get sacked at some point because I'm never going to keep being good. But that's what football is about, and you're just ready for that. I just hope that the players understand the importance of today's game and hopefully get the fans on side, run about, try as hard as they can, leave nothing out there. And I think if we do that, we've got some good players that will score goals and win games.
And when you start to look at the league table, you know, Nuneaton are down the bottom. You know, they would much rather be in our position going into today's game, wouldn't they? You know, but we've had this problem before where teams below us, they seem to drag us down. Today, the attitude you want is that we're going to go at them and we're going to sort of beat them and show that desire to wear the shirt of Tamworth FC.
Yeah, it's a great word, desire. I think we've been lacking that in the past couple of games, and yeah, that's exactly it. We would rather be where we are in mid-table, but I'd rather be higher. Do you know what I mean? And we have been higher. We just need to turn it around as quickly as we can and get a little bit of confidence back in the group. And yeah, the fans can help massively, and the players can help themselves a lot as well.
We've had Sean Rowley on loan from Shrewsbury. Dan came in for at Nuneaton. He's had another game as well. Is the goalkeeper situation sorted, or is he still up in the air a bit?
No, Sean will go back after today. His loan's up after today, so he'll go back. And we're looking for probably a more experienced one if we can. Somebody that's played a lot of games, just to help out at the back. You know, I can't. There are young boys to deal with the pressure that we've been put under, especially in the last sort of month. And it's just taking them out the fire line, putting somebody in there that, if we can find one, that can understand that and handle that a little bit easier and better. So yeah, we're on the lookout. We're on the lookout for every position at the moment, because I said there'll be changes, and there will be, and it'll be whether the lads want to be here or not. That's what I'm expecting them to show that they do want to be here.
Well, Andy, we wish you all the best today. We thank you as ever for coming over. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Morrell.